Please stand at this time to join in the national anthem.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Marciano Stadium. I'm Dominic Damiano, joined by Mike the Postman Simmons, as Brockton Community Access TV gives you this boys soccer matchup between the visiting Bengals of Brighton High School and, of course, your Brockton Boxers. Brighton coming into this game 5-9, but they are tournament bound, playing out of Division 4. And, of course, your Brockton Boxers currently 13-2-2. Last time I checked, I believe they were ranked 18th in the state, and they'll just keep on moving up the bracket. Over at the Brighton Bengals, they are led by third-year boys coach Curtis Sherman. Had the pleasure of talking to him. Great, nice young man. Also had to talk to Michael Cruz, the interim coach for boys soccer here in Brockton. He's going to have a couple changes. A lot of young kids are going to get some playing time today as we get ready to wrap up the rest of the regular season here in boys soccer. And we're trying to get the ball boys squared away for today's game. Ladies and gentlemen, stand by for Brockton boys soccer. Should be one great contest today. As we get ready to go. And we are underway, and there you go. As Brighton trying to feel out this Brockton team, as Diego and Brockton breaks that up. Here comes a Brockton rush just like that. That's kicked, missed. Taken by the Boxers, fed in, trying to feed DeAndre. And here comes Brighton, just trying to get it out. Carlo now. He'll smartly get over to Diaz. Long kick in the middle. And taken by Diego of Brighton. Carlo now, there's Pereira. Pereira back over to Diaz. And now Fernandez. Fernandez, that was Zion DePina. Coming up with DePina, that's Vander Fernandez trying to work in the middle. Broken up by Brighton. And now back to Pereira. Originally it was Fabio Fernandez. Here comes Brockton on a rush. Trying to come up, trying to finish shot, and scores! Just like that, 1-0. Edgar DeAndre makes it 1-0 Brockton. And just like that, it's 1-0 Brockton. Your starters for the Brockton Boxers, and I'll get to the ones, I'll get to Brighton's in a minute. You have number 11, Edgar DeAndre. Lucas Cardoza, number 22. Another forward, another midfielder, number 3 for Brockton. And I'm probably looking. I can't see the young man's name on my roster, but there's another move. There's another chance for Brockton. DeAndre trying to feed it all the way over to the far side. He was trying to reach, I believe that was Antunes on the other side. It was. With that being said, it will be Brighton's ball as we're back underway here. And doing the honors, that's number 12. That's Nicholas Brown. Going to put the ball back in play for the Bengals. Nice kick, trying to get the midfield broken up by Cardoza. Cardoza trying to get a give and go. Coming down the other side in the middle. DeAndre there. Quick kick. Scores again. Nope. And it'll stop the clock just like that. 2-0 Brockton. And DeAndre has 2. I don't know if anybody can help me, but I don't have number 3's name on my roster. And I thought I had an updated roster. And the freshmen are on here too. Now back in play. Brighton just trying to get it out, trying to get some offense going. Brockton will trap you early, trying to get the Zion DePina's there to break that up. Oh, that's good to know. So that is, as I adjust my Brockton roster, as Brighton tries to add their pressure. Zion DePina trying to get out, trying to reach DeAndre. A little bit of miscommunication. And he is a freshman. Okay, there we go. Thank you. And that should do it. And here comes DeAndre coming out. He collides with the goalie. Hopefully they're both okay, both getting up slow. And we have a stoppage in play off an injury. And DeAndre took one in the midsection. Goalie came out to play it. Brockton can't afford to lose anybody. Alberto Cavallo came down, the sophomore goaltender. Came down to cut down the angle. He also got hurt. The goaltender, he's a little gingerly getting up, but unfortunately, Edgar DeAndre is down for the count with 36 minutes and 25 seconds. Still left to play in this half. Happy Halloween to everybody. As Mike the Postman Simmons, he'll dress as a producer and a director, and I'm gonna try to be a play-by-play guy. Oh, I'm sorry, Bill Belichick. Sorry about that. And DeAndre gets up, but he has to come out. And coming in will be Devontae Liveramento, the senior, who is a very big playmaker in this Brockton offense. So with that being said, get ready to put the ball back in play. I believe this is going to be a throw-in. And that should be Brockton's ball. And it is. So Liveramento will play down this way with Antunes on the forward. And here comes, and that's broken up just by the freshman Pedro, who's just starting today's game, trying to get it out of their own end. Great job. Headed but kept in by Brockton. Cardoza back and forth with Fernandez all the way to Pereira. Pereira almost used a goal. The referee has a block. Cardoza back and forth they go. Long shot up the middle, trying to get the freshman. That's broken up. Great job by the Bengals, but kept in by the boxes. Liveramento. Him and Fabio Fernandez. Fernandez all the way to the other side to Pereira. Pereira will smartly knock it down and get something going inside back to Cardoza. Back and forth they go. That's momentarily broken up and taken by Brighton. Now Brighton trying to get it out of their own end. Brockton adds the pressure. Just when you think you have control of it, here come the Boxers. And that's kicked back in. And Brighton will smartly regroup. Kicked away. Fabio Fernandez sees a shot. He has an opening. Going to take a shot around the corner. Quick shot. That's blocked. And Carvalho will take the ball as it was redirected by two defensemen. Good job by those two defensemen. But not out. A little collision. They'll have a stoppage in play. And going down is Fernando Rodriguez. Hopefully that young man's all right. And kicking off is Diego. Sees it. Oh, he's going to give way to another kicker. Ball placed right at midfield. As we approach 34 minutes left in this half. 2-0 Brockton. I'd like to welcome everybody in the Brighton area watching here on Brockton Channel. And, of course, everybody in the Brockton Channel. I have been known to forget our fellow Brocktonians on broadcast. That's headed away. Kept in by Brighton, then headed away by Fabio Fernandez. Here's a break for Brockton. The freshman does a good job. He slows it down, then feeds from the far side. We'll get you that young man's net number in a minute. But Pereira will throw it in for the Boxers. Vander initially had it. Cardoza trying to break it up. Here comes Brighton, trying to reach the big forward. Here he comes down the side, but Zion DePino will try to get there. A great job by Brighton keeping it in. Cardoza tried to help out. Zion trying to break up any Brighton chance and kept in. Great job at coming down as Antons. Now Fabio Fernandez and Antons. In the middle for Xander Fernandez. All the way up to Pereira. Brockton can really pace themselves according to the play on the field. And that's knocked away. Good job by Brighton trying to make something happen. Right at midfield, they try to regroup. And Palmatelli making that was Antunes. Trying to get positions, Fabio Fernandez. That's kicked. Here's Antunes now. Trying to get the freshman. He has a feed for the freshman. Excellent back check and taken away by Nicholas Brown of Brighton. And that should be Brockton's ball on the first corner kick of the game. And it happens at the 32:55 mark left in this first period. 2-0 Brockton. Brockton trying to improve to 14-2 before tournament play. And they'll smartly just tap it in, pass it in. They don't have to really kick it to the net. Trying to see what they can do to get him in. That's headed away by Cavallo off the post. He hit the crossbar. Another quick kick by Pereira that's over the net. Carullo came down, headed it, as you saw, went off the crossbar. Pereira tried to finish it off the rebound, and it will be Brighton's ball. And getting it going is Nicholas Brown, that defenseman. Nice kick. And they're going to say contact, so it will be Brighton's ball. As Brown will get it going again. Brown's looking. Nice line drive kick in the Brockton. It's headed away by Carullo. The freshman Pedro tries to get to the far side. He does. Trying to make it work, coming down hard and kicked away. I think that was Liveramento from the far side. I believe that's an 18 because you have number 19 right in front of us. Excuse me, number 18. That is Zion DePina. I apologize. Liveramento was down from the other far side. There's Fernandez working into Fabio Fernandez. Looking, back they go, and to Fernandez. Pereira. Back to Fernandez, trying to reach Liveramento from the far side. With that being said, it's Brockton's ball on the thrown by Pereira. Pereira will just get it over to Fabio. Fabio Fernandez looking, trying to dribble. Gets through two people, three, but that's blocked the last minute by Brown. And Liveramento will throw it in. In the Brighton end as we approach 30 minutes left in this first half. Again, happy Halloween, everybody. I got Bill Belichick, the producer, running the cameras right now for Brockton Access TV. Kicked in Fabio Fernandez, working it down low to the other side. That's blocked away. Antunes now. That's kicked away. Should be Brockton's ball on this throw, and it is. That's Liveramento. I keep on getting to the side because Zion DePina's playing the other side tonight. He's number 19. Brockton will do their imitation of winding it up, setting the pace, which they do very good. There's Carullo. Carullo over to Pereira. Give and go from Fernandez to Cardoza. Back to Cardoza, trying to reach Zion DePina on the far side. Now Brighton on a break. Feeding inside to the big forward. Diaz will take that uncontested. A little little toss with the big throw to Fabio Fernandez. Carullo from Fernandez up to Pereira. Pereira to Xander Fernandez. Xander all the way up to the freshman coming down this Pedro, trying to make a move, but the defenseman for nice fake. Good job on that, trying to fake him out. Unable to block Pedro from getting the ball for Brockton. Great job by that young man. And that was Cesar Diego. Good job by Cesar. 2-0 boxers here. Both goals by Edgar DeAndre for Brockton. Headed away, kept in by Xander Fernandez. Fernandez. They'll wind up again. There's Carullo to Pereira. Pereira looking. Trying to go inside. A little mystery. Nicely broken up by Brighton. Brighton trying to make a move. Trying to get their footing. Nelson now. He's involved with that. Coming down the other side. That's Rodriguez. Little give and go. And Diaz takes it no problem. He drops the ball down. Gets it over to Pereira. Pereira will wind it up. No big rush. They have a good lead. Coming down the far side. The other forward, that was Zion DePina. Now Fernandez looking. Try to go inside to Fabio Fernandez. He does. Gives it over to Liveramento. Liveramento over to Xander Fernandez. Xander looking for a big opening. It's Cardoza right in front of him. A long pass up the side. That's Zion DePina coming down the other side, trying to make a quick move on another senior player. And that's broken up, but he controls the ball. In the Brockton coming down to Cardoza. Inside, can't get much on it because it's nicely blocked, but Liveramento will keep it in, along with Fabio Fernandez. Fabio now, he looks around. Smartly get over the Pereira, who can rifle that ball at any time he has a strong foot. That's blocked down. Great job by the senior from Brighton, but he's taken away, and Brockton recovers. They'll regroup. Carullo, Fernandez, working in the middle to Xander Fernandez. Xander will look. Gets it over to Cardoza. Right at midfield. Give and go. Back and forth they go. Trying to get him downside. Not enough. Trying to get DePina coming down the far side of the field. Just enough on it. But Brockton keeps it in. Now DePina. Long kick in the middle. He has a freshman that's headed away nicely by Brighton. But kept in by Xander Fernandez. He'll get over to Pereira. Pereira, if he gets that cannon going, he'll rifle that ball through a net. Now Cardoza has a pass. That's broken up. Still has control. Plays off another body. Headed by Brown. And they'll smartly let it go. And Brockton will have the throw in by Zion DePina to Cardoza. He's double teamed. And let's see what we have. We should have a throw, and we do. From Pereira to Carullo. Carullo has Fernandez. He has Liveramento to his left. Gets it to Liveramento. Adding the pressure is Brighton. Give and go. Fernandez, Livramento, Fabio Fernandez trying to dribble. Great job. Great pressure by Rodriguez of Brighton. Carullo trying to get over to Pereira. He does. Trying to challenge him. That was Zele of Brighton. Knocked down. Here comes Rodriguez trying to rush for Brockton. He has to get by two Brockton defenders. Smartly gets it over to his teammate Garudo. And here comes the freshman, Diego. Smartly gets over to Zion DePina. Pina might try to finish this and kicks it in. Blocked by Carullo. Great job by the goaltender. Saw the freshman coming down and did a slide block to stop another Brockton goal. So we should have another corner kick. Second corner kick of the game for the Boxers in this first half. And second corner kick in the game in this first half. This time he'll set it up. And Carullo had it, lost it, picks it up. Smartly jumps on it. He had Antons coming down from that left side. And kicked away, short of midfield. Ball's open, headed by Pereira. Pereira trying to get with Cardoza. And right now it's Zion DePina. Zion DePina looking. Gets it over to the freshman Diego. Diego trying to learn. Livramento slows down the momentum. Gets it over to Fernandez. Fernandez looking inside. Get a little give and go with the big freshman. Coming down. Here comes Fabio. He has Cardoza. Smartly gets it over to DePina. Looking for that big opening. Brockton would like to put on another goal here in this first half. As Xander Fernandez gets it over to Pereira. That was initially from Fernandez, the other Fernandez. And now Carullo. Carullo looks over to Fernandez. Inside, Fabio. They feed very nicely inside. There's Antunes, not too much on that ball. There's a nice give and go. He's Antunes. He has a nice chance if he takes a shot, and he scores! 3-0 Brockton, 23:46 left in the first half. Just had enough to get the goalkeeper leaning the wrong way, Carullo. $3-0 Brockton at the 23 mark. 1 goal by Antunes, 2 by DeAndre. Again, we'd like to welcome everybody watching this game in the Brighton area, of course, in the Brockton area. The producer said I don't do that enough and mention the Brockton fans, but I'm going to get better at it. And coming down just like that, Antunes had a rush. Nicely kicked away by Brighton. And there's Pereira to Carullo. They'll go to Diaz and warm it up. He'll start it right up. He'll stop. Nice fake. Gets it over to Carullo. Seeing what they have. There's Pereira. Back to Carullo. He saw the big senior coming. Inside to Xander Fernandez. They try to get away. Oh, great play by Brighton. Here come the Bengals now. Trying to feed down the side. And slowed down by Brockton and out. We'll say it was last touched by the Bengals. And just like that, run away. Xander Fernandez over to Pereira. Pereira looking. Long kick in the middle. Trying to get the freshman. That's smartly broken up and kept in by Gardudo. Kevin Gardudo. And here they coming out. And we're going to have a stoppage. Xander Fernandez tried to get it down there. He just got stopped and actually hit into 2 players. Now here comes Brighton. A potential rush. Great move that's kept away. And here comes Brockton. Long feed. There's Zion DePina coming down the side. He has Antunes. And that's too far ahead of him and breaking it up nicely is Renuso, Henry Renuso for Brighton. Almost at midfield. Pereira gets something going that's broken up. They're going to say it was last touched by Brockton. So Brighton up the throw-in, trying to take it away as Pereira momentarily did. And a little give and go just like that, but coming down to head it away is Kevin Gardado. I'll get it right before the game's over. Approaching 21 minutes left in this first half. Fabio Fernandez coming down hard. He might try to take a shot. Gives to the freshman. Diego shoots and scores. And Pedro scores off a setup by Diego, by Zion DePina. And the crowd goes wild. Oh, we'll have a whistle. All right, now we're back underway. Momentarily at a break. Brockton under pressure again. Liveramento. All the way over to Pedro now, the freshman. And they're going to have a offsides. It will be Brighton ball. And I believe that was Fabio Fernandez who was too far ahead of the ball. So it should be Brighton off the throw-in, and doing the honors is Nicholas Brown. He's just going to smartly set up for the kick as his forwards and midfielder. Nice kick into the Brockton end, but out. He was trying to set up Fernando Rodriguez, but it is Brockton off the throw-in. Liveramento, Fabio Fernandez kicks it all the way over to Pereira. Pereira will knock it down. To Cardozo. Xander Fernandez. Over to Liveramento. Fabio Fernandez. He has Antunes on the side if he sees him. And now Pereira. All the way kicked up, trying to get Cardozo. That's kicked away smartly by Gradado, Kevin Gradado. And Brockton's ball off the throw-in. Long kick. Trying to get too far ahead. See if they whistle it. They don't. It stays Brockton's ball. Antunes thinking about maybe taking a shot. He does, and that's wide. Kind of had his head down when he took the shot. Nevertheless, another attempt by the Boxers. And Kevin Gardado is going to try to, well, he's going to get this game back underway as we approach 18:30 left in this first half. High kick, almost in midfield, headed in by Liveramento. And Brighton trying to recover. Trying to head it down was Yeargard, the 7th grader. Good for him. He's only in the 7th grade. As Rodriguez tries to get it going. But they get it over to Diaz. Diaz was thinking Carullo. Now he gets it over to Carullo. Gets it over to Pereira. Pereira trying to slow it down. Back over to Fernandez. To Liveramento. Liveramento. Over to Fernando. And it Cardozo. Fabio Fernandez. Thinking Zion DePina. He has Zion DePina. He also has Pereira with him. That's kicked away. That should be Brockton's ball off that kick-in. So now Pereira will... Well, we get other guys checking in for Brockton. Number 16, Paul Wadley, the junior. And number 20, A.J. Gonzalez, the other junior. So Fabio Fernandez comes out, and so does, that looks like number 19, Zion, DePina. So DePina out and Fernandez out. Approaching 17 minutes left in the half. As they try to keep it going. Knocked down by Brighton. Brighton trying to take advantage of the two subs. Cardoza knocks that down. And now Fernandez will wind it up. All the way over the Pereira. Pereira looking from the far side, but kicked away as Carullo. Now Wadley over to Liveramento. Liveramento looking. He has Antunes with him. The only one they're missing now is Barrasso. Over to Pereira. Pereira thinking about shooting it. Smartly gets it over a little give and go to A.J. Gonzalez, far corner. Kept in. Headed it away by Brighton. Antunes keeps it in, though, for Brockton. Over to Fernandez. All the way kicked in. Cardoza trying to help. Pedro trying to help the freshman. And let's see who they say touched it last. And they're going to say, Brighton did. So with 15:45 and running left in this first half, Brockton already up 4-0. Liveramento will set up another Brockton corner kick. This is the third in this half. Here's his kick, line drive, a spin on it. Tried to head it in, kicked in, and a goal. Let's see who they give the goal to. Looks like the goalie might be hurt. I think they gave that to Pedro on the goal. I believe they gave him the goal. And the little collision there by the goalkeeper, Carullo, getting up. I believe they did. I think that's a Brockton goal. So we're stop. Yep. Stopping the clock. What's that gentleman's name down there? We want to confirm this goal, right?
Rick, was that a goal or not? No, I know that. The goal.
All right.
Yes?
All right, so it is a Brockton goal. It's official. 5-0 Boxers. But they got to look at the goalkeeper. Yep. Yep. It was hard to tell. Usually Brockton throws cannons at these other goaltenders from like 20 yards out. So I have a stoppage in play. And hopefully Carullo's all set. We'll get the official word from the trainer. 14:39 officially left in this first half. And I got a feeling, folks, we're going to see a whole different setup. A lot of different starters will start the second half for the Brockton Boxers. And you know what they're going to do? I don't think Coach Curtis Sherman's going to take any chances. He's going to sub out the goalie right now. That's a small move. Rather be safe than sorry, because the gentleman could be concussed. So there's a lot of pushing and shoving in there. They're going to go with Velasquez. Raymond Velasquez will now come in and mind the fort. He's only a 7th grader. I bet you he's excited. Great chance to play varsity soccer. And we're underway. And did I mention Happy Halloween to everybody? Here comes Brighton, showing a little bit more urgency than they did in this half. And the referee will stop. They're going to make sure they're okay. That was really cool. I thought that was a really nice gesture. I believe that was Wadley who went over to make sure that kid was all right on the incidental contact. That was Paul Wadley. Good job by that young man. With that being said, kicked in, headed it away by Xander Fernandez. Pedro's trying to get something going. Here's Liveramento. Liveramento. Now that's Liveramento. I'm sorry, that was Wadley. They have the same haircut. Now Vander over to Pereira. Pereira misplayed that ball. Went out of bounds. He knew. You could tell by his reaction. So this is a great chance right now for the Brighton Bengals in the Brockton end. Approaching 13 minutes left in this half. Let's see if they can do something with it. There's a kick with an angle on it, trying to get the seventh grader. Yeah, Cadardo. And coming down, there's Anton's. He's ahead of the ball. He has a shot. Trying to take a shot on the freshman, and that's wide. And coming down was Renuso. Henry Renuso, the senior, definitely affected that shot. Good job by that young man. Nice try. Because Anton's almost had another goal. 5-0 Brockton. Nice kick. Wadley tried to get it. Xander gets it over. Was thinking about getting over to Pereira, headed and kept in, but out. Pereira now. Over to Xander Fernandez, back and forth. Carullo now. Spreads it all the way out to Fernandez. Liveramento. Almost lost it. Smartly gets over to Fernandez as they regroup. Xander Fernandez. Over to Pereira. Pereira, Carullo, the defenseman, of course. All the way over to Liveramento. He has Antunes coming down the side here, the other forward. And he also has Wadley now, the midfielder. Long kick up. Coming down with some speed. Trying to make a play. And knocked away at the last minute. We'll give you that gentleman's name in a minute. Antune keeps it in. He's going to try for another shot. Trying to set up these. Oh, trying to get Cardozo. He couldn't get him. And he also had number 20, A.J. Gonzalez, on the far side. And they just couldn't connect. And we'll have a kickoff right in front of the Brighton goaltender. That's kicked away. That's headed by Wadley. Back at Cardozo trying to help out Xander Fernandez. Trying to take. He does get it by. Great dribbling by that young man. He's trying to work up the ball fast. Trying to go down the side, but that's knocked away. Good job by Brighton. Now from the far side of the field, Brighton trying to get something going. Long kick inside. Trying to hit Rodriguez, and Diaz will take that uncontested. He'll smartly put it in play quickly as he gets out of Liveramento. Liveramento, give and go to Wadley. Wadley over to Xander Fernandez. Fernandez now looking over to Pereira. The far side of the field, approaching 10 minutes left in this first half. In this first half. Pedro now, the freshman, trying to make a move, and he can't do it. It will be Brighton's ball off this throw-in. Brighton working quickly. And then kicked away. Hit it. He accidentally hit his own player in the back, trying to get a rush. Trying to get Nelson. Malik Nelson was trying to help out. There's a long corner kick from the far side. Antunes trying to finish. He just saw his angle gave him too much of the side of the net, and he couldn't finish. And coming in for Brockton, number 8, Caden Lopes. Lopes coming off an injury. And we'll get you the gentleman coming out, I believe. Yep, that's number 14. That is Xander Fernandez. He'll take a break. Well-deserved break. As the Bengals put the ball back in play. Nice kickoff. And Livramento trying to get Antunes. He fed him well. Trying to use a block, trying to use a player as a screen. That's broken up nicely by Brighton. That's kicked away. Headed away by Livramento over to Cardoza. Back to Fernandez. Wadley now. Wadley trying to help out the team, which he does so well. Over to Lopes now. Lopes again coming off that injury. Livramento now to Antunes. Antunes trying to get a little give and go. And Pedro accidentally misplayed that. Remember, he's only a freshman, folks, trying to play with the speed of a varsity player. Approaching 8:30 left in the first half. We'll have another kick in the Brockton end. Excuse me, in the Brighton end. And now coming in for Brighton in the goal, number 30, is Alberto Carullo. So the start is back in. Good job by that young man. I hope he's okay. Knocked down by Pedro. And one of the coaches is trying to help out, but she's not officially on the high school roster. So she can't play. Off the throw-in. He's just trying to find somebody that's open. And what a play. Livramento off the chest of Lopes set each other up, and the ball's still in the end. And we're going to get a push off of Pedro from Brockton. It will be Brighton's ball, and getting ready to do the honors is Nicholas Brown. Brown looking, trying to see how his team spread out. Nice line drive kick in midfield, but Livramento's there to keep the ball in, and coming down the side, and Carullo has to take it. He had Livramento coming down at him. Carullo smartly is his free kick. Oh, he didn't get the right angle on the kick. And kept in by Cardoza. Finally kept in. Lopes. Antunes. Oh, too far ahead of him. Too much mustard on the ball. All right, 7 minutes left in the first half. 5-0 Boxers. Quick kick. Turned around. Pereiro trying to help out. Fighting for position. And trying to get it over. There's Nelson. Nelson trying to get it back to the other senior. That was Rodriguez. That's taken away. Lopes will smartly get it over to Diaz. Diaz now looking to Carullo. Carullo looking. He probably has Pereira on the far side. Cardoza in the middle. He gets over to Wadley. Wadley was open. Wadley trying to dribble by one. And we have another freshman coming up beside. That's A.J. Gonzalez. Wadley broken up nicely by Brighton. Here come the Bengals. Bengals trying to get something going as time runs down. And Fernandez will smartly get over to Diaz. It'll stop the rush by Rodriguez. And Brockton regroups. Livramento over to Lopes. Lopes looking. Feeds in, that's blocked away. Nice job by Gardado. And Antons gets a bounce. Anton's going to try to get one in. He had two. He missed. Two to beat, and that's knocked away. Two guys had to slow down him. Smart move by Brighton. He was waiting for one of the other fielders, the freshman, and I think A.J. Gonzalez on the other side. The JV player called up, too, in this game. They're not used to playing with each other, especially at the varsity level. And we'll have another corner kick by Brockton. That's headed in the wrong direction. Off balance was Wadley. Kept in by Carullo. That's headed by Brighton. Head again by Brighton. Fernandez. Livramento looking. Oh, and him and Lopes couldn't connect, so it'll be Brighton's ball. And Brown will do the honors as we approach 5 minutes left in this first half. Back and forth they go. Demora trying to help out the cause. Coming down fast as Wadley. Wadley trying to go over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez, he's trying to use his speeds over the Wadley. A little too far ahead of him. Kicked away by Brighton. Pereira going to try to keep it in. And he can't. They're going to say it was last touched by Brighton, and it was. Carullo now to Fernandez. Liveramento to Lopes. Lopes looking, dribbling, looking. They'll regroup with Fernandez. Long kick up the other side to A.J. Gonzalez. Trying to reach the freshman Pedro. Trying to get his balance. And kicked away by Brighton. And I believe we're going to have another corner kick. The fifth corner kick. Two from the right side to the goaltender's left. This is the second one to the right. And Liveramento is going to do the honors. Let's see if he passes it. Or does he set up a scoring chance with 3:50 left in the first half. Here's his kick. Line drive. Headed away. Kept in by Lopes. He has one player to beat. Tries to get something on it. Pedro is trying to keep it in for the Boxers. He does. There's another kick, almost like a corner kick, and knocked away by Brighton. Lopes again trying to keep it in. Great job by Rodriguez. And Rodriguez, he's not giving up. Coming down the side. He's going to try to get a shot on. Shoots. Great hustle by that young man for the Brighton Bengals. Now Pereira. Quick kick on the other side. Liveramento now. Lopes looking from the far side to Pedro. The outside to AJ. AJ trying to get a varsity goes. Shooting. Trying to get something. Blocked by Cavallo. A great play. Liveramento breaks that up by Brown. Antunes with the give and go. Another give and go. Trying to keep it going. He has a bad angle. Trying to get in front. He has Lopes. Lopes trying to get by two guys. We're going to have a whistle. It should stay Brockton ball off that. It is. That's usually what happens when it's a 2-on-1. So Lopes has a good chance to add another point here for the Boxers. Another goal, if you will. Lopes coming off an injury. There's his kick. Oh, and just over the crossbar. Nice try.
The remaining time will be kept by the officials on the field.
So the remaining time, which is 2 minutes, will be kept by the officials on the field here in this first half. 4-5-0 Boxers. And again, a very quick happy Halloween to everybody. And there's Brown off the pass. Liveramento with a good job trying to set up Wadley. Wadley right place, right time. Nice dribbling, trying to work it in. He has Antons. There's Antons. Oh, a little bit too far ahead of me. He's going to try to keep it in. He does. Looking for a middle shooter. All the way over to Lopes. Lopes feels the pressure. Trying to dribble by two guys. Gets it over to Cardozo. A little miscue. There's Pereira. Pereira who has a very, very strong foot when he gets a straight-on shot. Very strong kid for a young man. As A.J. Gonzalez lost the ball, it'll be Brockton's ball. Pereira will throw it in. Again, under 2 minutes left in this first half. Off the throw-in. Brighton trying to get it going. Coming down is Rodriguez for Brighton, the forward. Knocked over to Liveramento from Brockton. Lopes, Antunes, and kicked away. Great defensive job by Brighton and number 9, Henry Renuso. And I believe this should be Brighton's ball. And here's his kick. Back in play. Cardozo heads the ball. Wadley trying to help out. Kick it all the way to Diaz. Over to Fernandez, trying to spread out that Brighton offense. Livramento now. And that'll do it for the half. After one half, your score, Brockton 5, the Brighton Bengals 0. We'll be back with the second half action right after this. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Marciano Stadium. I'm Dominic Damiano, joined by Mike the Postman Simmons, a.k.a. Bill Belichick, on Halloween. As we get ready to give you the second half, we're coming out of this half, 5-0 Brockton. 2 goals by, I believe if my scoring sheet is right, 2 goals by DeAndre, 2 by Antones, and I thought Pedro definitely had 1, the freshman. Congratulations on being called up, and we're underway. Gonna have a couple of different names to call at you now, as Brockton has switched it up. And in goal right now for Brockton is the freshman Samias Caniff, excuse me. In goal now for Brockton. And we'll try to get you all the other players if we can. As Xander Fernandez, and it's going to be hard. These names I have not seen this year, getting well-deserved playing time. And here comes Brockton trying to make a net. Wadley now. Wadley trying to hit the other forward, who's way too far downfield. And here comes Brighton, broken up by Lopes. That should be Livramento, it is. Caniff just trying to get it out over to Lopes. And Wadley now. He has 2 forwards streaking down. But there to take it and break that up is Kevin Gadado, the senior. Livramento on the throw-in. Tries to get a ball to the far side to Pedro, the freshman. Pedro trying to work it in. And smartly kicked out by Brighton. And here come the Boxers. Trying to add one more, coming down the side, not kicked away. And great job, that was a great job by Mr. Alves, Leonardo Alves, the freshman, making his presence known early in this first half. He just comes down again and taken away by the Boxers. Coming down the side, there's Lopes, he has a shot, shoots. Oh, what a great save by Cavallo. Another shot over the crossbar. Oh, baby. The freshman Lopes, Pedro, the freshman Pedro had a chance to make it a 6-0 game off the great save by Carvalho. Here's Brown on the kick, Nick Brown. There's a kick right at midfield. Livramento headed that ball. That's knocked down by Brockton. And now also in the game, number 13 for the Boxers, Delgado. Off the throw in his Cesar Diego. As we approach 36 minutes left in the game. Off the throw-in. Great job, Rodriguez trying to spin. He's triple teamed. He gets out of that. Great job by that young man trying to go down the other side. Kicked away by Livramento. He was trying to reach He's trying to reach Gadado on the other side. Now Brown gets his pocket picked by Lopes. Coming down the side. Here comes Pedro. He has another forward. Trying to set him up. He does. Too far ahead. Kept in by Wadley. Wadley shooting. And a save by Carvalho. He really couldn't put that much on it. Trying to help was number 12, Alves, the freshman. Little miscommunication between the freshman and the sophomore and the junior. And here comes Liveramento coming down the side. Did he just fall on his... Hopefully he's all right. I think he fanned on the shot, was thinking too far ahead of himself, and at least he's getting up. Little chuckle from the home bench. Hopefully he's okay, though. Brown kicks it away, trying to get something going. That's knocked down and illegally touched by Felipe Lopes, the junior. And just like that, here comes Brighton. Little give and go. Trying to make something happen. Good job by that young man, trying to feed it in. And Conniff will take it no problem. He'll feed it over to Liveramento. Slowly approaching 34 minutes left in the game. Again, happy Halloween to everybody. There's Lopes. That was over to the other Lopes. Here's Pedro now. That's Lopes. Down the side, trying to reach A.J. Gonzalez. Gonzalez shoots. Tried to keep it as a freshman. Shoots and scores! Six nothing Boxers. Landro Alves, the freshman, number 12. Great setup on the other side by A.J. Gonzalez. And we're underway. Long kick. And Conniff will take it. And it gets it over to Vander Fernandez. Vander now. All the way over to Liveramento. Liveramento looking. Gets over to Wadley now. Wadley, little give and go. To the other Lopes. And I'm going to get their first names down if it's the last thing I do. From the far side, the freshman. And offside is A.J. Gonzalez. It will be Brighton's ball. Quick play back in possession. Wadley gets it off the bad bounce. Caden Lopes over to A.J. Gonzalez. It will be Brighton's ball. And it is. Back and forth they go. Guardado, broken up. Caden Lopes. Lopes now. Back and forth to Gonzalez. And out of play. As we approach 32 minutes left in the game. Just wait for him to get it in. That's headed away. Great job by number 25 initially, Felipe Lopes. Wadley knocks that down. Trying to help out the cause is Yella. Little back and forth they go. Xander Fernandez looking over his shoulder. He doesn't see anybody. Knows he can take his time a little bit. And there's Felipe Lopes. Lopes now. Over to Caden Lopes. Caden Lopes looking, streaking down the side. He has Gonzalez. Goaltender might come up and try to challenge it. He doesn't. Oh, what a nice move by A.J. Gonzalez. Has the freshman cut the goalie way too far out. And we'll have a stoppage in play. That was a great play by A.J. Gonzalez. Got the goaltender to bite on his fake. Initially, he had two offensive plays. He had Pedro, number 3, and the other freshman, make sure I get that gentleman's number right, number 12. That was Ladro Alves, the freshman. I apologize for not getting his name down. I'm not used to calling his names. But those guys definitely got called up for a cause on the JV team. Two very good soccer players. Xander Fernandez trying to keep it him and Lamento now adding pressure. A little give and go from the freshman. Alves goes down. And we'll have a whistle as we approach 30 minutes left in the game. Again, welcome everybody watching in the greater Brighton area. And, of course, here in Brockton, give and go again. Coming down strong is Gonzalez. Broken up by A.J. Gonzalez. The other Gonzalez gets it over to Felipe Lopes, trying to get Pedro over to Caden Lopes. Caden, that's broken up nicely by Brighton. Brighton trying to get an offensive going, but Brockton is back checking, if you will. I know it's a hockey analogy, but that looks like what they're doing. And that ball is probably going to go out of bounds. It will. It will be Brockton's ball off the throw-in. And there's Xander Fernandez, on the toss. Broken up by Brown, covered by A.J. Gonzalez. Broken up by Brighton. Great job, great dribbling. Trying to get something in the middle. Brown now. He gets double teamed to get slowed down. As Felipe Lopes out-dribbled, they're going to say it's Brockton's ball. Now the referee straightens it out. He initially thought it was Brockton's ball. He's given the infraction to Felipe Lopes of Brockton. So on the kick, here comes Brown, Nicholas Brown. As we approach 28 minutes left in the game, 6-0 Brockton. Here's his kick, line drive kick. Kenneth over his head just to the left. Pereira checking back in the game for the Brockton Boxers. And checking out is number 20, A.J. Gonzalez. Felipe Lopes over to Livramento. Let's see who they give the ball to. Brown ready to set up a very, very important kick. Here's a kick. And a goal. Brown scores. And Brighton's on the board at the 27-25 mark. Left in the game. And we're back in play. Caden Lopes over to Alves. Back to Caden Lopes. Over to the other defenseman. There's Livramento to Xander Fernandez. Trying to work through two defenders. Great job. Felipe Lopes over to Caden Lopes. Trying to go down the side. He has Pereira now playing forward. Pereira has a foot on him. Trying to get somebody in front. Knocked away by Brighton, but not kept in. Great try by Brockton after that initial deflection by Brighton. Off the throw-in. In the Brighton end, Pereira. Sliding block out of play. Brown smartly slows down that Brockton rush. 26 minutes left in this game. Off the throw-in the Brighton end. Felipe Lopes trying to work with Pedro. Two young future Brockton stars here in boys soccer. Alves now trying to get something to go. And there's Wadley. Wadley looking, quick shot. And that'll hit the upright, and the 3 points no good. And the crowd was so devastated by that, you could hear the reaction. Oh, oh boy. Back in play by Brighton. Wadley heads the ball. That's kicked away back and forth 3 times. Vander Fernandez finished that. And here comes the Bengals. Trying to feed. Brighton smartly breaks that up. And here comes Rodriguez. Rodriguez with a rush. One guy to beat. Tries to get by Livramento. That's knocked down by Brockton. Now Wadley. Over to Delgado. Over to Lopes. Back to Caden Lopes. In the middle, trying to get Pereira. Pereira has an excellent angle on his foot. Shot. Trying to go the other side. Trying to get the freshman. Trying to keep it in. He does. That's a lot of hustle. Livramento now. See if he shoots the cannon off the little floater. Trying to set up. That's heads away. Lopes hits Brown, and that'll go bounds. That should be Brockton's ball. And throwing in is Alves. Pereira to Alves. Back and forth. Out should be Brockton ball. They smartly regroup, and they give it to Xander Fernandez. Over to Delgado. Delgado looking. The far side, Livramento on the top of the field. Down to the freshman. Little give and go. Great job by Brighton as a quick shot. Livramento trying to get Wadley off angle. His kick, and I don't know if that made it through the uprights, but it definitely was over the crossbar of the net. So setting up to put this ball in play, there's Gadado. Here's his kick. Smartly trying to set up the other side. Coming down, trying to help out is Rodriguez. And he'll throw it in the Brockton end as we approach 22 minutes left. Knocked down. Kept in by Brighton. Knocked away. Little great job by Brighton trying to get something going. There's a quick kick. Shot. Oh, what a great save by Kadiff. And knocked away. Great job by the freshman goaltender. Coming down hard with a nice shot. That was Zalay. Ronnie Zalay. And he just got a hand on it, and he looks like he hurt his hand. Kind of favoring his hand. Uh-oh. Not good. Brown limping. Trying to walk it off. That poor young man is hurt. Lopes will check out. And it looks like AJ Alves will check back in. AJ Gonzalez will check back in. And with that being said, coming down hard is Jalen Alves. And it's out. Pereira on the throw-in. Jalen Gonzalez, over to Pereira. Another throw-in. There's AJ Gonzalez over to Pereira. Back and forth they go, trying to work it inside to Pedro. Brown breaks that up. Nice pass by Lopes to Wadley over to Liveramento. Liveramento down the other side to the freshman. Trying to make that work is Alves. Inside to Wadley. Wadley trying to get by two defenders. He's tripped up. They're going to say no contact. They'll wave it off as we see the safe call. Lopes trying to help out. Kicked all the way to the far side, but there's Pereira. Pereira over to Vander Fernandez. To Lopes to Delgado. Delgado over to Liveramento. They pass it very quick and very fast. There's Lopes. Long pass in front. I think Pedro didn't realize he was trying to reach Pereira. Trying to work its way through Wadley. Liveramento, he approached 20 minutes left in the game. Kick, Pereira can't get it. Pedro trying to get position. Nicely knocked away. Kept in by AJ Gonzalez. But kicked away. And there's Vander Fernandez. Now Pereira. Oh, what a nice move in the dribbling by Pereira. And Lopes over to Delgado. Over to Liveramento. And now broken up by Brighton. And now Brighton trying to make a move. Delgado knocks that away smartly. Into the upper deck of the visiting team. They'll never see that ball again. Off the throw in the Brockton end. Thrown in. Fed in but knocked away. Momentarily, but kept in again by Brighton, trying to get by a couple defenders. Delgado breaks that up. There's Alves. Little give and go. In the middle, he has Pedro. Pedro's trying not to be offsides. There's a kick. Pedro trying to get another go. There's a shot, and it's too long and to the right. "19 minutes left in the game, folks. And as you can see, 6-1 Brockton. And we have a man down. And getting up gingerly, number 12 for Brighton, Nicholas Brown, who played his heart on the field, left his heart on the field, loves this game. You can tell by his body English, the way he attacks the ball. Clock was stopped with 18:50 left in the game. He'll have to take a break. Hopefully he'll stretch that out. All right, so we're getting ready to put the ball back in play. Again, 18:50 was the stop time. Again, a happy Halloween to everybody. And coming in right now for Brighton, that looks like that is going to be number 19. And I do not see him on my roster. So I apologize for that, but he's in the game for Brown. Nice long kick. Broken up by Brockton. And now recovered by Brighton. Knocked down by Lopes. Wadley now. Pereira lost the footing. Regains his footing. Gets it over to A.J. Gonzalez. And then over to Xander Fernandez. Long kick up into the Brighton end. He heads that ball. Little miscue on that one. Wadley gets it over Livramento. 18 minutes left in the game. Brighton trying for a push. Trying to get that offense going. Brockton looking to improve to 17-2-2, I believe. 14-2-2. Xander Fernandez. Pereira. He has A.J. coming down the side. Gonzalez. The freshman Pedro coming down. And trying to take care of that, but slowing it down was Kevin Gurdado, excuse me. Off the throw, and Pereira in the Brighton end. Brockton trying to add one more goal, maybe two if they can. Brighton has been really good on defense. That's kicked away. But Liveramento's there, the forward. He's going to try to make a move late. There's an off-angle kick. Cavallo takes that uncontested. Great job. Saw it all the way. And he'll free kick it. Short of midfield. But takes a bounce, and Vander Fernandez is there. Over to Pereira. Lost it from. Oh, what a nice move, but nicely broken up by Cesar Diego. Now Brighton. And that's kicked out of play. Not last hit by Brighton. Kept in by Brockton. Pereira. Over to Wadley. Wadley trying to do something. That's kicked away. Inside is Pedro. Lost his footing. Incidental contact. And here comes Pedro. That's knocked down. Brighton now. Gonzalez. They battle back and forth. Nice job. That's Malik Nelson on that. Initially had that ball. A little miscue there. Ball slows down. Kept in by Pereira. Gets one guy to beat. Coming up between him and the goaltender. And Cavallo will smartly kick it away. As we approach 15 minutes left in the game. Here off the throw-in. Pedro trying to do a corner kick. The freshman shoots. It's wide. Alves tried to make it 7-1, but came up short. The freshman, nice try. Great defense by Brighton, cutting down his angle. Now the Bengals getting ready to put the ball in play. Is that a miscue? That could have been a miscue. Here comes Brighton. Brockton adding the pressure. Heads that one. Little miscue on that. That's away. Vander Fernandez will get it going. Oh, nice play by Lopes, who just checked back in the game. Caden Lopes back in. Now 14 minutes, approaching 14 minutes left. Brighton will put the ball back in play. Long kick. Livramento heads that. That's headed again. And as Antun, looks like Antun's just checked back in the game for Brockton. Now Lopes. Had a player coming down. And that's kicked away by A.J. Gonzalez. Off the throw-in. Out of bounds and now thrown in. Now Caden Lopes back in the game. Looking for a forward. He gets that over quickly. Knocked down by Felipe Lopes. Now from the far side, Alves. Alves trying to make a move. He's got one guy to beat. Trying to set up a kick. That's knocked down by Cavallo. As Gonzalez, Jael Gonzalez tried to make it 7. Great stop by the goaltender. Kicked away. I think they both missed it. Trying to keep it in is Brighton. Pereira trying to get by the forward, Oliveira. And now a little give and go from the Lopes guys. Caden Lopes in the middle. He's trying to feed the other Lopes. And of course, that would have been number 25, Felipe Lopes. 12 minutes left in the game. And there's the kick by Diego, kept in by Brockton. Felipe Lopes trying to get Caden Lopes. He's trying to get on the far side. In the middle, believe that was Livramento. No, that was Zion DePina who's back in the game. I mean, Wadley, excuse me. Caden Lopes. He knows he has Wadley right there. He's just going to smartly get over to Pereira. Pereira has Xander Fernandez all the way to the other side of the field. Livramento, he has the freshman. Now he has Gonzalez coming down. Gonzalez having help by Alves. Knocked down. Trying to get something going. And also trying to make stuff happen with Brockton is number 13, who did not make my roster. Now Gonzalez, little broken play, trying to make a move. He has Delgado right in front. Quick turnaround, that's blocked away. There's a quick kick, and that's wide. Approaching 10 minutes left in the game. Crowd getting antsy in the bleachers. Quick kick by Diego. Trying to reach his forward. Livramento there. Coming down strong is Rodriguez. Fernando, let's see who they call the ball is. They're going to say I believe they're going to call that Brockton ball on the throw-in. He gets it over Delgado. Now Delgado smartly gets over the far side to Pereira. Over to A.J. Gonzalez. Back and forth they go. Nice try. Great job. And almost keeping in. Great effort by number 18, Canel Monroy. Now Diego again. In the Brockton end. We're approaching 9 minutes left in the game. Initially tipped away by Delgado, I believe. And Fernandez will get all the way to Livramento. Nope, that's not Livramento. That was Alves. Now Livramento to Vander Fernandez. Fernandez, long kick far side to Wadley. Wadley, oh, nice job. Caden Lopes. Oh, he has him wide open. He feeds him right. He's going to be offsides. Oh, just a little bit. He couldn't Days of Our Lives that any better than that. The ball was just so slow, and Wadley was just at the mercy of the speed of the ball. And Caden Lopes is asking the official, what did I do wrong to lead my forward? With that being said, we have a change of possession. Here's Diego approaching 8:30 left in the game. Nice line drive kick. Right in midfield, trying to reach a fielder. Pereira does not see Monroe coming down the side, and Caniff smartly gets it right over to A.J. Gonzalez. Gonzalez, that's knocked away by Monroe. Monroy, excuse me. Now Fernandez over to Delgado. Delgado has Felipe. Coming down strong. Long kick. Oh, they're going to say he was on sides this time. Wadley now. Thinking about shooting it. Tries to work it in. Little give and go. Hits. Quick shot by Felipe Lopes, and that's away. And here we go off the kick, approaching 7 minutes left in the game. Long kick. Livramento keeps that in. Trying to get out by Alves. But it will be Brighton's ball. Lopes sees an opening. Tried to get Alves on the far side, but Brighton's right there. And coming out of his own end strong is Gaddato, but he's hit. And I believe this Gardado setting this up. Line drive kick. Nice boot into the Brockton end, headed away. Livramento and hit another player. That was Felipe Lopes, I believe. No, it was Delgado, excuse me. Back and forth they go, adding pressure. Pereira now. Monroy trying to get something going for his team. Back and forth they go. Delgado now. Over to Felipe Lopes. Trying to go in the middle. And he does. He's trying to hit Gonzalez. Coming down the side. Now down the middle of the field looking. And he's way outside, so slow it down. Caden Lopes a little bit upset with himself. He didn't realize Wadley was all the way down the field ahead of him. To his right, he was about 8 yards ahead of him. Approaching 5 minutes left. We're at the 5-minute mark coming up. And that's another ball that won't be returned. That's into the visiting bleachers again. And we're back in play.
The remaining time of the game will be kept by the officials on the field.
In transition, here comes Brockton. The remainder of the field time will be kept on the field. And a goal by Wadley right over the shoulder of Cavallo. And Brockton makes it 7-1. All right, we're back in play. Under 5 minutes left in the game. I hope your camera mic wasn't on. All right, now Brockton and more pressure. Diego trying to almost had a steal by Alves, the freshman. Felipe Lopes trying to help out. Trying to do a great job as Gonzalez. JL Gonzalez trying to help out. There's Diego, excuse me. Monroy, a little give and go. Off the throw and A.J. Gonzalez. All the way over to Caden Lopes. Oh, what a nice move by him and a turnaround. See if he can finish. He has control of the ball. Almost lost it. Good job dribbling. Loses his balance. Taken in a nice defensive play by Brighton. Broken up but kept in. There's Wadley again who has a goal. Great job by Brockton. A lot of action our way with minutes left in this game. Demora trying to help out the cause. On a break, here comes Brockton again. From the far side of the field, that's Alves. Alves, quick shot. Cavallo with a great save. I know he's getting up a lot of goals, but he's been really tested tonight, folks. This is a Division 4 school going out of Division 1 school. Cavallo kicks it away. Knocked down by Vander Fernandez. Keeping it going was Delgado by Brockton. And that's kicked away by A.J. Gonzalez. And Zalay will kick it in for Brighton as Rodriguez tries to get it going. That's knocked away. And also trying to help was Demora. There's another kick. Caden Lopes trying to get something going. He's knocked away. Sliding and trying to keep it going. Nice try was Marico. And in the middle is a quick shot. And another goal by Brockton. Caden Lopes, assisted by the freshman, Mr. Alves. All right, so here we go. And we're back in play. Long kick. Liveramento. I don't know if he notices that Rodriguez is on him, defending him well. And here come the boxers. Pereira now. Vander Fernandez. Delgado would like to have a goal, trying to do something. Little miscommunication. Wadley there. Give and go with him and Fabio Fernandez is back in the game. Slid in but slid out. And it will be Brighton's ball. Off the kick-in. Brighton trying to open it up, trying to get some momentum late in this second half. And Caden Lopes tried to set up Wadley of a behind the back pass off his opposite foot. Fresh Fabio Fernandez loves to pass the ball. Coming up, spinning, moving. And from the far side, there's Delgado. Over to Liveramento. These young kids must love play with these varsity players. They're doing a good job. Very good job. They got called up today for these Brockton boxers. Now Brighton kicked in. Conniff will take it and work it over. Work it over to Fernandez. Now Pereira just as a kick. Nothing fancy. And that'll do it. Your final score from Marciano Stadium. The Brockton Boxers 8. The visiting Brighton Bengals 1. We will let you know. Pay attention to Brockton Community Access TV for all fall playoff sports action. For Mike the Postman Simmons, I'm Dominic Damiano. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast of Brockton High School Soccer. Your final score, one last time, Brockton 8, Brighton 1. We will catch you next time. Everyone have a fantastic night.